Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Welcome everyone to Vani Amritvani program. His Grace Rupavilas Prabhuji will be giving transcendental words of wisdom. His Grace Ram Kripadas Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrit, followed by Prabhupada quote, followed by Prabhupada Leela Amrit. Her Grace Sadhu Sevni Mataji will be reciting the shlokas. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please unmute.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नामामृत। By constantly chanting the Maha Mantra, one makes progress in spiritual life and ultimately sees Krishna. Hare Krishna, sorry. हरे कृष्ण। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ही डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ही होलनेस गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। ही होलनेस भक्ति आश्रय वैष्णव स्वामी महाराज की जय। इसके शिक्षा गुरु रूपविलास प्रभु की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। By constantly chanting Mahamantra, one makes progress in spiritual life and ultimately sees Krishna face to face. Swami quotes that to do what is good and to reject what is not good is called Mangala or auspicious. To do what is good means to accept everything favorable to the discharge of devotional service, and to reject what is not good means to reject everything not favorable for discharging devotional service. In our Krishna consciousness movement, we accept this principle by rejecting four prohibited items, namely illicit sex life, intoxication, gambling, and flesh eating, and accepting the daily chanting of at least 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra and daily meditation 3 times a day by chanting the Gayatri Mantra. In this way, one can keep his Brahminical culture and spiritual strength intact. By following these principles of devotional service strictly, chanting 24 hours a day the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One makes positive progress in spiritual life and ultimately becomes completely fit to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. Because the ultimate goal of studying or understanding the Vedic knowledge is to find Krishna, one who follows the Vedic principles as described above can from the very beginning see all the features of Lord Krishna, the absolute truth, very distinctly, as one can see one's own face completely reflected in a clear mirror. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.21.42. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada quote 5th September. A Brahmana, even if he gets 1 lakh of rupees, 100,000 of rupees, still is a beggar because he will not keep it. He will immediately distribute it in charity. London, September 5th, 1973. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Leela Amrita. A little more than a month later, Abhay was again anticipating an imminent meeting with Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, this time at Allahabad. Abhay had only recently returned from Vrindavana to his work at Prayag Pharmacy when the devotees at Allahabad Gaudiya Mutt informed him of the good news. They had secured a land and funds for constructing a building. The Srila Prabhupada Gaudiya Mutt and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta would be coming on November 21st to preside over the ceremony for the laying of the cornerstone. Sir William Malcolm Halley, Governor of the United Provinces, would be the respected guest and, in a grand ceremony, would lay the foundation stone in the presence of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. When Abhay learned that there would also be an initiation ceremony, he asked if he could be initiated. Atulananda, the Matha president, assured Abhay that he would introduce him to Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati. At home, Abhay discussed his initiation plans with his wife. She had no objections, but she did not want to take initiation herself. They were already worshipping the deity at home and offering their food to deity. They believed in good and were living peacefully. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat.
Bhagavad Gita 11.51 Arjuna Uvacha Drishvedamanusham Rupam Tava Saumyam Janardhana Idanim Asmi Samvritta Sacheta Prakritim Gata. Translation. When Arjuna thus saw Krishna in his original form, he said, O Janardana, seeing this human-like form, so very beautiful, I am now composed in mind and I am restored to my original nature. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.12.4 Aham tvam iti aparthadira ajanat purushasya hi swapne va bhati atadhyanat yaya bandha viparyayau. Translation. Misidentification of oneself and others as I and you on the basis of the bodily concept of life is a product of ignorance. This bodily concept is the cause of repeated birth and death, and it makes us go on continuously in material existence. Chaitanya Charitamrit Madhya Leela 4.180 He na jana gopalera ajan agya amrita pana sahasra kosha asi bhule chandana majina. Translation. After receiving the transcendental orders of Gopala, this great personality traveled thousands of miles just to collect sandalwood by begging. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. श्री श्री राधारास बिहारी भगवान की जय। ललिता सखी विशाखा माता की जय। गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की जय। सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। गौरांग निताय महाप्रभु की जय। शील प्रभुपाद की जय। मॉर्निंग चैंटिंग प्रोग्राम की जय। संवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। शील प्रभुपाद in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu speaks about the devotional seed. Rupa Goswami also speaks about this devotional seed. Brahmande Brahmite Kaun Bhagyavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasada Paye Bhakti Lata Beach. That with the mercy of Guru and Krishna, one gets the seed of devotion. And how this seed of devotion has to be nurtured. It is said, Shravana Kirtana Jale Oye Sinchana. By pouring the water of Shravana and Kirtana, the seed of devotion increases. And if we do not do any aparad, unwanted seeds, weeds also grow on the side of bhakti. Kutinati, puja, man, pratishtha, labh, huh? And nishedachar. These are the weeds that grow near the devotional service. And if that is taken care nicely, then nobody can stop this this tree to go to Vaikuntha. Because this tree takes the shelter at the lotus feet of Lord in Vaikuntha. That is what Mahaprabhu has told. So when we do Shravana and Kirtanam, and what is the most important Shravana and Kirtan we should do? Chanting of the holy name. When we do it nicely, this tree of devotion goes and take the shelter in Goloka, and we are able to see the Lord directly. Hmm? And in this process, we have to accept what is favorable for Krishna and reject what is not favorable for Krishna. Accepting four regulative principles. Huh? No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex life. And at the same time, regularly offering the food to the Lord and chanting minimum 16 rounds. These are what our acharyas have told, and we should try to follow that and avoid the six weeds. Then there will be nobody to stop us and go directly to our original place where we belong. Srila Prabhupada quotes, a Brahmana or a Vaishnava is always a beggar. Why? Because whatever comes to him, he offers it to Lord and the devotees. That's why in our temple, you will always find the devotees asking for money, 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 money. Srila Prabhupada Leela Amrita, after the uh, parikrama, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj uh, tried to establish a mutt in Allahabad. And Prabhupada, through Atulananda Brahmachari, came to know about this, who was the president. And he gave the good news that the land has been secured in Allahabad and a mutt will be open so that they can have association and satsang regularly. Srila Prabhupada was very happy and knowing this, and he also came to know that initiation is going to happen. So he wanted his wife to take initiation with him. But the wife denied. Says, no, no, we are very happy. हमारे घर में भगवान है और हमारी सेवा अच्छे से होते है. आप ले लो. You take the initiation. Hmm? So this is all the plan of Lord. At the time of initiation, how Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj recognized Abhay Babu and gave him the name Abhay Charanarvinda. Hmm? And he gave him Brahman initiation also together. It was not only initiation, Nam initiation, but also Brahman initiation to Bhakti Siddhanta, to Srila Prabhupada at that time. As far as Arjuna is concerned, when he sees the two-handed form of the Lord, his mind became composed and restored to his original nature. So we understand if you see the Virat Roop, you will be disturbed. So if we want to do bhakti, we have to focus on the two-handed form of the Lord. There are many people who want to do Nirakara bhakti. And Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter, Klesho adik tarastesham avyakta asakta chetasa, who are trying to do worship in the form of Nirakar or Virat Rupa, it's very, very difficult. So we can see from Arjuna, when he was seeing the Virat Rupa, he was disturbed. He was in anxiety. But when he sees the two-handed form of the Lord, he is very happy. and is composed and is to his natural position. Here, Kubera is giving the Bhagavatam knowledge to Dhruv Maharaj and trying to make him understand that the ego, that I am this body, is the main cause of the problem, and it is the main cause of birth, death, old age, and disease in this material world. Here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu speaks to Nityananda Mahaprabhu about the glories of Madhavendra Puri, that how he traveled thousands of miles and he begged for the Chandan just because he got the seva services from the